He was on his knees, smoking broken, and I chose to finish it. The heat of Mustafar burned through my armor, but nothing scorched deeper than the silence that followed Obi-Wan's final breath. I didn't give him time for last words. No more lessons, no more lectures, just silence. My saber hummed in the air a moment longer before I shut it down, staring at the body of the only man who ever truly believed in me. And I felt nothing. Or at least I told myself I did. The galaxy shifted in that moment. Not politically, not publicly, yet, but something ancient and cosmic cracked. A balance tipped. The chosen one prophecy, that eternal weight hanging around my neck like a chain, snapped free. I had chosen the darkness completely. No turning back, no redemption arc, no Luke, no Leia. Not in the way they were meant to be. I became something raw, untethered, pure will and fury in a man-shaped shell. Palpatine arrived minutes later. I didn't kneel. I stood taller than ever, not out of pride, but because I no longer had anything to lose. He looked down at Obi-Wan's body and smiled. "You've done well, Lord Vader." But that name, Vader, it no longer felt like chains. It felt like fire, and I was ready to burn the galaxy down with it. Without Obi-Wan, the resistance faltered. Yoda never returned. He sensed it, I think, the way the Force had recoiled from what I did. He faded into exile, alone and hopeless, knowing the last spark of light had been snuffed out by my hand. I could feel him mourning across the stars, a whisper, a tremble. Padme. I still don't know if it was the dark side or my grief, but I reached out for her in a vision after Mustafar. She screamed, not in pain, no, in fear. She saw what I had become, and her heart shattered. I killed Obi-Wan thinking I could save her, and in doing so, I became the very thing that ensured her death. No medical failure, no Force prophecy, just despair, just me. Years passed, and I remade the galaxy in my image. The Jedi temples became fortresses. Their sacred texts, burned or corrupted, the Force itself seemed to warp around me, like it resisted being used by someone so far gone. Even Palpatine grew wary. He had wanted a weapon, but what he got was a god unchained. I found children with power, not to teach them balance like the Jedi once did, but to mold them, to forge them in pain. The Force was no longer peace and serenity. It was domination, control, fire, and shadow. The stars themselves seemed dimmer in those years, but power is a poor substitute for peace. And alone on my dreadnought with the galaxy under my heel, I still heard his voice. Obi-Wan, calm, patient, disappointed. He haunted me more in death than he ever did in life. And I wondered, had I truly won? Or had I simply destroyed the only part of me that was ever worth saving? That moment on Mustafar didn't just change the galaxy. It erased me. If that moment on Mustafar had gone differently, if I had truly fallen beyond redemption, what would you have done in my place? Would you have chosen power over loyalty? Control over compassion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What path would you have taken? And what do you think the galaxy would have become? If this alternate timeline gripped you, subscribe for more immersive what-if journeys through the Star Wars universe. And don't forget to like and share this story with a fellow fan of the dark side. Until next time, may the Force be whatever you choose to make it. The